First, after a 2-year investigation, the long-awaited Mueller report has been released. The 4-page summary was released around 4 o'clock yesterday, and here's what it said. Attorney General William Barr says the report does not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election. The president is claiming victory. President Trump stated that it was a complete and total exoneration, and it's a shame our country had to go through this. Democrats are calling for the full report to be released.
From the WKYC studios, this is Front Row.
I'm really looking forward to that rat story.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for being with us, folks. It's Friday night, and Alexa Lee is joining us tonight.
It's good to be here.
I'm excited to work with you. My mom, Peggy Polk, saw you on the news last night, and she said that you're delightful.
Oh, goodness
And she doesn't throw that around, so.
Oh, I would love to meet her. Hi, Peggy.
Yeah, you better earn this tonight, so go ahead.
All right, well, let's get your front row to today's top stories with tonight's 77 Seconds at 7.
Late this afternoon, the 40-day GM UAW strike wound down to its last minutes. A majority of union members, including the Parma Metal Plant workers, voted to support a new 4-year contract. Some workers will return to the job as early as tomorrow.
It's a part of me, and I'm not going to take it off so I can run.
After this Toledo teen's story of being disqualified from a track race for wearing her hijab spread across the world, 3 News confirmed a similar story for 2 Cleveland Heights student athletes. It happened at a separate district competition held in Madison. They weren't even allowed to run the race. A powerful goodbye for a powerful politician. Today, former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton were in attendance at Representative Elijah Cummings' funeral, held in his hometown. He leaves behind a legacy of fighting for justice and equality. Actress Felicity Huffman finished a 14-day jail sentence 3 days early. She admitted to paying $15,000 to falsify her daughter's SAT score, boosting it by 400 points. A huge honor after a courageous battle with leukemia for Indians pitcher Cookie Carrasco. He is the 2019 winner of the Roberto Clemente Award, showing he embodies Clemente's sportsmanship, community involvement, and positive attitude.
Carrasco is only the 3rd player in Indians history to get the prestigious title, which is really awesome.
Very impressive.
Deserved.
I think about how if I hurt my knee or something, I'll just call off work. Or if I have a cold, I'm not coming in.
Wait, Mike, I wouldn't say this out loud.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But Carrasco got a leukemia diagnosis and pitched in Major League Baseball games the same year. That's pretty insane.
Absolutely, and we're so happy that he's doing so well.
So a play on food truck fare from Cleveland food pioneer Chris Hodgson. I love this joint. Downtown restaurant Hodges is going to close by the end of the year, and I am definitely going to miss their blue crab tater tot things. They were amazing. His partner Scott Kuhn confirmed the closure sometime after Christmas, once the restaurant's lease ends, but every closed door opens another, and its parent company, Driftwood Restaurants and Catering, tells 3 News that they're going to make room for a new restaurant downtown set to open in the Playhouse Square district sometime soon. No other details were provided on that, but all of Hodges' employees will be relocated to other restaurants.
All right, and a brand new Facebook feature launched today for some 2,000 users. The news section will show users a personalized selection of news stories chosen by a team of journalists. 200 outlets like the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, and BuzzFeed will be featured, and a few of them will be paid by Facebook. The full rollout is expected early next year. So the question becomes, why are they doing this? This is the company's attempt to stay competitive in the news distribution business, address past distribution issues like fake news, and in Mark Zuckerberg's own words, do a better job of supporting journalism.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
All right, pretty hard to forget. Remember that powerful speech by a Swedish teen a few months ago? Greta Thunberg gave it at the UN Climate Action Summit recently.
I would run through a wall for that girl.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
now, to honor her and her super courageous spirit, a teeny tiny bug has been named after her. Today, London's Natural History Museum announced a species of beetle is being named Neloptodes gratia in her honor. The beetle is less than 1 millimeter long and has no eyes or wings. It was discovered in a 1960s collection from samples of soil and leaf litter in the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. It belongs to a family of the world's smallest insects.
Yeah, I would say that maybe we could rename the Pacific Ocean or something after her. I mean, the bug is great.
Yeah, well, it's
But
severe.
she deserves something a little bigger.
She at least deserves a bug that can see and you know,
Has
hear,
wings.
has wings.
Is able to survive if trying to be eaten by an owl.
But still very cool that she has
Very
a bug
cool.
named after her. And that girl's amazing.
Amazing.
And also I want her to go to battle for me all the time.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you be terrified if you were like in the Kohl's return line and you saw her waiting in the Kohl's return
sorry,
line?
ma'am. You can
I'd be
go.
like,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go on my break right now. Never mind. I don't want to have this little girl yell at me. But
Yeah.
hopefully that'll never happen.
Yes,
we'll see.
Right. Well, good for her.
The play ratio is 4-to-1 male to female.
Wow.
Stunning. Because when you think of the women power in country music, you know, I mean, for a long time, Taylor Swift was primarily
Right.
country. So they've got to fit. It's got to be
Yeah,
fixed.
that's not okay.
It is not
That
okay.
is 100% not okay. And, you know, there's a lot of talented female artists out
There
there,
are, yeah.
obviously. And I know I want to hear their stories. And I'm sure a lot of people, men and women, want to hear their
Yeah.
stories. Because really, when you sing a country music song, it's a story.
It's all about the song,
you know?
the storytelling.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the women, as we've seen through the years, they can do it just as well as the men.
Yeah.
But for some reason, their songs aren't played nearly as
And by the
frequently.
way, that's across the board. That's in all different categories.
yeah.
You know, not only do we want to be able to play,
Sure.
we want the pay.
Yeah.
We want, you know, you can go in every category with this.
Yeah, equal pay is definitely a big issue right now, as it should be. Okay, earlier this week, Disney launched its new streaming service. We talked about this, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. They did it to much fanfare and way better than expected results. They were hoping that they'd get originally 4 to 5 million on initial launch. They have 10 million people already signed up to pay $7 a month for this streaming service. And some of you may notice that on some of the old content, these old classics, there's new content warnings. And we've got a shot of it here to show you. Classic movies like Peter Pan, Dumbo, and Lady and the Tramp all have a warning in the description saying this program is presented as originally created. It may contain outdated cultural depictions. I found that fascinating that they've chosen to put that on some of these old classics that seemingly are benign. I mean, Disney is about as politically correct an entertainment company as you can find. Now, I know these were old movies, but what's your take on that? You have a young
I
girl
have a
that will be
3-year-old.
watching these movies.
Well, on one hand, it's like kudos to Disney for putting it out there,
Right.
And acknowledging that. But on the other hand, I mean, we have a major responsibility when we put footage out for children to be seen, to see it. This is the first time in a lot of cases that they're maybe seeing characters from Africa or China, and it should be depicted correct.
Sure.
And I think it's something that maybe should be considered taken down.
Yeah.
Listen, if it's culturally incorrect, then why are we playing it?
Yeah, and you know, there was an article in the Washington Post that agreed with that. The headline is that this is a good move, but experts say it doesn't go far enough. It's a starting point.
And that's the experts. We need to listen to the experts. They know what they're talking about.
Typically, they know what they're talking about. I was fascinated that they've gone that far, and even more fascinated to see that some think they need to do even more.
Yeah.
East Cleveland police are investigating after a dead body was discovered in an abandoned house yesterday afternoon. The home was on Garfield Road in East Cleveland. Officials haven't identified the body yet. East Cleveland police say that the body looked like it had been there for some time. The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner is also investigating. We're going to keep you posted with any updates on our website and the 3 News app, of course. All right, waking you up now. 3 words for you: bam, pow, and wham. There's a theme there. And it's a superhero Christmas at Stan Hewitt Hall and Garden.
Yeah, the classic mansion decked out for the holidays. So, of course, we had to send our own super reporter, Miss Lindsay Buckingham, to get in the spirit this morning.
2 workers are recovering after they were injured by a hit-and-run driver overnight. It happened in South Euclid. The workers were painting lines on Cedar Road when they were hit, and the driver took off. We're all still working to get an update on their injuries. As for the driver, police did find a car believed to be involved. It was found in Mayfield Heights and towed away, but it's not clear if they made any arrests yet. A skimmer device found on an ATM in Broadview Heights. It was at the Firefighters Credit Union on Broadview Road. Now take a look. It's really hard to even notice a difference here, and you can see what the machine looks like with and without the skimming device attached. No word on how long the device was on the ATM, but if you think your information was stolen, make sure you call police. Tribe fans, today is your day. It's the season opener for the Cleveland Indians. The Tribe is starting the season on the road against the Minnesota Twins. Both teams worked out yesterday at the ballpark, and Corey Kluber will get the ball for his 5th straight opening day start for the Tribe. Francisco Lindor will not play because of an ankle sprain. First pitch from Target Field is at 4:10. And Terry Francona says he's ready for any challenges.
I admit I do enjoy going through it with these guys. Like, it's not going to always be perfect. You know, we'll have ups and downs, but I feel like if we're going in the right direction together, we'll figure it out.
Jose Ramirez is expected to start this afternoon after fouling a pitch off his left leg on Sunday. And you can catch the Indians' home opener right here on Channel 3. We'll have full coverage on Monday starting at 1 p.m. All right, listen to this. A New York City councilman is now a Guinness World Record holder, but city officials in Warrensville Heights are saying, hey, not so fast. New York City Councilman Robert Corneghi Jr. has been named the tallest male politician in the world at 6'10". But after this story came out yesterday, the city of Warrensville Heights sent us a news release. Now, this was with the reminder that their mayor, Bradley Sellers, is 7 feet tall. Sellers is a former Chicago Bulls power forward, and this is his 2nd term in office. Well, it's Thursday, so Holly, our minds are already starting to creep into the weekend mode. How's the forecast looking?